Hello, guys, and welcome to the Go with the Flow vlog. Today, I thought the topic for the discussion should be the recently held U.S. presidential elections. I know, it's been quite a rough ride for the Americans, especially with Trump being elected, though Hillary won the popular vote, and so on. So I was just running my head through it, and I heard a lot of hue and cry here and there with regard to Trump coming in, and it's going to be a doom for all the nations, other friendly nations to America, and as well as to some of the Americans who felt that he's a racist, and which even I do have some kind of thought on that side. And that he does not have the acumen to get into politics, he being a businessman and blah 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 whatnot. So I just thought, everything said and done, at last the elections are over. You have a verdict, and guess we need to respect that because US is a democracy, like a lot of other democracies in the world today. So the step forward, I just thought, what would be the benefits? After all, you not need not just be looking at the negative aspects of life, right? You can always have a few positives. So I just thought that why not we list a few of them for Donald Trump's sake. This is no kind of a propaganda to help him, but yes, maybe just my point of view, and I just thought I could get back your reactions, whatever they may be. So what I was thinking is that I just tried to list down a few of them, and these were the five main points which I felt are quite intriguing when it comes to this particular person, Mr. Trump. So I feel that he has the business acumen that can be actually used to create jobs instead of just offering the empty lip service that was happening in the United States lately. I hear that there's a lot of job losses, there's a lot of work that is moving out of the United States, though the company is a corporate in the United States. I mean, that sounds quite weird. What if we have few of the companies, say, in China? Imagine the companies in China, but you have the workforce in America. Have you ever seen that? No, because the Chinese tend to keep the work within their country for the companies that are within them. Whereas in the United States, that's not the case. That has been happening over the last few decades, I believe. Second, I felt that his business savviness will ensure that there's no pileup of debt. Believe me, guys, United States, though the biggest power, is also on a huge debt pileup with the banks, and they have a lot of money crunch happening there. So he might be the right guy, the knight in shining armor, as some would say. Next, I felt that he's anti progressive liberal, which means that reining in abortion as birth control, huge entitlement spendings, and wasted investments. So these can be curbed upon, if you have the right leader. And I feel Trump is a decisive person. He does not have wishy washy ideas or perspectives on subjects. And he is quite straight and direct, guys. Come on. Though it's a hard truth, he seems to be a person who does not just wander around the topic, and he gives his ideas then and there. Though it might have its own negatives, but I feel on the whole it gives a big positive to him. And I feel he's more of a traditional kind of a guy, a religious type, and I guess some in America feel that this is the right time to have such a person because you have a lot of things happening all around the world. You have the terrorist attacks taking place, you have the jihadist movements, you have Daesh coming in, and so on. So I feel that he might be the right person for America to save this sinking boat, though I'm not sure if it's been sunk, but I do hear reports of it going down the drain right now. And I feel Donald has a different kind of feeling towards the other supportive foreign countries. I mean, he does not have this idea of towing along the weaklings that are there in his allies or the US allies. So this might as well add to be quite of a positive. He is conservative in issues. I agree to that. He is quite conservative, but we do not know yet what that conservativeness is going to have the effect on his ruling or the presidential status that he's going to run. But I can assure you this, of what little I have done my research on, I feel that he can run an economy. Obama was really good with a lot of things, with the various decisions that he brought through, but he was more of a speaker. He could rally support, he could make speeches, but when it came to running an economy as a businessman, I feel that he was quite woefully inept in that particular factor. And this is a problem that I feel obviously Donald Trump wouldn't have. I mean, come on, he's a businessman, and he's a businessman who's been through three bankruptcies. I mean, when I was just going through his case file, I find that he has had bankruptcy issues over the time, but still the person is there, hanging in. So I guess he's got some really good business strategies and ways to get out of trouble. I think he's the right person for it. And he doesn't back down. This is a guy who just doesn't give up. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you YouTubers would remember that a few years back there was this case of him building a golf course in Scotland. It was literally him against the whole country, that is Scotland, that just wanted him gone, off out of Scotland. But what happened? Like at the end, you found that Trump actually won. I mean, this guy doesn't back down. He's far from just being a reality TV star. I mean, Trump fights for what he wants, and he fights like a pit bull. Sorry to say, but yeah, he does fight like a pit bull. Whereas the current president, he just happens to be a person who lays down and lets the rest of the world walk all over him. I mean, so when Putin puffs his chest out, or when ISIS spreads, Trump will be there to smack down, on these piddly powers that are trying to rise up. And I guess he would be the right answer. But it's just my point of view. I mean, people can have their own point of views, though. He doesn't buy into this victim mentality. I mean, a lot of times what we see is Barack Obama just gives in to a lot of places, though he should be doing it morally, like in Vietnam and things that, yes, we did do wrong and things and so on. Whereas this guy, he just doesn't, play that kind of game. He just says that, I'm here to get USA back on the charts, make it back a superpower. So I guess he's got a different ball game altogether. And on the whole, I'm sure he's lacking on the political aspects, but I guess he has got something in him which is gonna bring about some revolutionary change. But we need to see whether that revolutionary change is gonna affect America in a good way, the other ally countries in a good way. We are yet to see that, but I feel it's going to be a good ride for the Americans. I guess they just need to lay back and assess the reality. And what the reality says is that though Hillary did win the popular vote, it was Donald Trump who had the majority at the end. So it is going to be him, right? So just think on his positives that he has. And I guess you need to give the guy some time, to prove his mettle. Do not just bog him down with a few of the shrewd and childish comments that he's made over the past. But I guess just you need to give him some time. And hey, what's the big deal? I mean, if he happens to be a guy who's working negatively for the Americans, I'm sure you can impeach him off power. So yes, I feel that we need to just lay down and think about it. You guys, by the way, just let me know on what you felt regarding this. Your ideas, your views, your counter views on what I just said. Everything is welcome because it's a free world. And I guess we need to pass the information, as I mentioned in my previous vlog. Do like, subscribe, or comment. Or even if you did not like, do comment so that I can make future videos much more informative. I know this does not sound like a video. It's more of an audio, but yeah. So just put across your point of views. Do like and subscribe though if you find this a little bit informative, if this made your day a little better. So do leave your comments, okay? And yeah, see you then. Have a good day. Live the world, live it peacefully, let live and live happily. Bye bye.